What's up, Transformdom? This is Ben here in China, and today we're going to take a look at the Toy Story Control Center pop-up. Now, what's in this box? You get a little rectangular piece here, 3 floorboards, a Transformdom pop-up piece, a couple of smaller pop-up pieces which you will attach to the wall pieces, and 6 wall pieces. Now, my first impression on this pop-up piece is that the print quality doesn't seem too bad at all. It looks pretty good. If I take a closer look at it, I don't see any blurry print smudging that you would expect. Now, from your point of view, it does seem a little blurry, and that's because there's some weathering effect on these printout pieces. And if you take a closer look at the lines, you can see that the lines are pretty good. The cardboard pieces are made out of a 2-ply cardboards, and they're just glued together. And you can see the horizontal lines here, or vertical lines depending on where you're looking at. And you can see the horizontal lines here, and because it's only one directional, that means your cardboard is a little warped, right? You can see it's a little warped. Hopefully you can see that. And for each wall piece, you will see numbers on it. You can see some numbers on there. And there will be 6 numbers for all these different pieces. And on each wall piece, you will see there's 2 folds here, and there's 2 slots. And all you do is take piece number 1 and line it up with piece number 2, and then all you gotta do is insert the folds or flaps into the slots. There you go. And that's easy. And then you will assemble it for the rest. Wall piece number 3 is a door piece. There you go. It's a door piece. Wall piece number 4 has these slots in here for you to attach these 2 smaller pieces onto it. And all you gotta do with the smaller pieces is that you're gonna fold them and then slot it in. There you go. The Transformdom piece does get a little bit tricky, but all you gotta do is make sure that you fold all these side flaps up like this, right? And then you're gonna take the back side. This is the back side of it, and this is the front side, and you're just gonna line it up, and you're gonna work your way down. It may seem a little easy because I'm doing this for the second time, but it isn't going to be that hard. The hardest part is just trying to fold the flaps according to the grooves. And there you go, your pop-up piece for Transformdom. And it's numbered 7, so it should be somewhere around here. And then the 3 floor pieces. Unfortunately for the floor pieces, my shelf is just way too big for 3 floor pieces. And the last piece we got here is just this rectangular piece. All you gotta do is fold down the flaps here and flip it up, just like you do with any regular old box. And there you go. It has printout here and here, but it's blank all the way there. And I don't know what to do with it. It's just up to your creativity and what you want to do. I'm going to just put it here. Just give it that 3-dimensional look. So what I'm going to do now is put my bots back onto the shelf, and I'll just give you a quick recap.
Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers. Robots in disguise, the Transformers.
Okay guys, so this is how the pop-up piece looks like, all laid out. As you can see, my shelf is just too big for the 3 floor pieces. Let's look at it from the wall piece, the first wall piece to the last. So you can see there, that 3-dimensional piece. I just put Frenzy up there. And there you go. So with Skyfire in the picture, you can see the scale of this pop-up piece. It is tremendously big, and it's pretty good if you have like a really big shelf space. I forgot the dimensions of my shelf. If I do find it online again, I'll add in the dimensions while editing. But for now, you can see how it scales with everything. So what are my thoughts on this pop-up piece? Let's talk about 3 things I like about them and 3 things I think that could be improved. The first thing that I like about it, it is buying here in China, because I work in China, it is reasonably cheap. So that's awesome. The second thing I like about this, the print quality is pretty darn good. There's even some weathering effect that you see throughout the pop-up piece. Third thing I like about this, because of the way the wall pieces can line up, there's actually more ways that you can do to arrange this wall pieces. You can arrange it in different configurations, or you can just follow whatever that's been prescribed over here. What about 3 things I think that could be done better about this? Well, because this is made of 2 plies and it's stuck together in that horizontal fashion or parallel fashion, it tends to warp, right? So there you can see a lot of warping. Second thing that I think that could have been done better is perhaps, provide us more wall pieces, because you can see that when I stretch everything out from end to end, these wall pieces, these floor pieces ain't gonna be enough. Third thing that I think that could have been done better, because the cardboard pieces are slightly warped, it'd be great that if they can do, instead of these thin wall pieces just laid out flat, maybe they could make it into little thinner, where's my fingers, little thinner cardboard pop-up pieces like what we have here. And if you can see this little wall piece here, right, there's no warping. This is perfect. This piece here is laid out perfect, and that's because the making it to a 3-dimensional shape increases the rigidity of this piece. So it would have been better if it were done that way. And this is Teletrend. And this is Teletrend 1, and you can see how it scales. And that's Blaster, right? That's MP10 size. And you can see how it scales with the Masterpiece collection. And here at the bottom, you can see that's the X2 Toys big computer, or their version of the Teletrend 1, and you can see how Rodimus Prime here, which is MP10 in scale, and you can see how this guy will scale with an MP10 size figure. But let's do something a bit different. Let's just take this guy and put it next to that guy. Oh, I gotta clear some space here. So here we have the 2 Teletrend 1 side by side, and you can see that the pop-up Teletrend piece is slightly bigger than the X2 Toys Teletrend piece. So what are my thoughts on this? Because of the warping, I feel like it's a bit cheap. It feels cheap, it is cheap, and if you have the budget, wait for someone to complete the plastic molded pieces like X2 Toys, or get someone to do a diorama piece for you. Because if you got the money to collect Masterpiece toys, yeah, I mean, you could spend a little bit more money on your dioramas. But if you're on a budget and you just want something temporary, this is good. So I think this wall pieces here is great for me here while I'm on my working stint here in China. But in all reality, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be keeping this forever. I'll be going for sturdier options. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Please leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, to hit the like and share button. Please also hit the sub and bell button and all that good stuff for more future videos. Again, this is Ben here in China signing off, and I'll see you on the flip side.